They say that well begun is half done, and I'm sure that this particular phrase also applies to your day. So when you start your day the right way, let's say you exercise, you have something that makes you or at least keeps you in touch with yourself, could be spiritual, could be religious, which means that you are set for a very good day ahead. And one of the main positives of having moved to Mysore has been that we have so many opportunities of starting our day right. So today I am here in a beautiful nursery. This beautiful nursery belongs to Cheluvamba Park. Cheluvamba Park is in a suburb called Yadavgiri, or it is Vantikopal. I don't really know because it's like in between these two areas. So some people refer to it as Vantikopal, some people call it Yadavgiri. This park is 9 acres huge, so that's a very big park, especially if you come from where I come, which is Bombay, where even a matchbox is considered to be very big. So this is 9 acres of beautiful trees, gardens, grass, play area for kids, and pathway for adults to exercise. There are a lot of other interesting stories associated with the park as well. So I'm going to share them with you right now. Stay with me in this video, and towards the end, don't miss the really delicious breakfast with local items which you cannot find in many areas in Mysore. Okay, so one interesting part of Cheluvamba Park is the nursery. So this is where government workers actually grow all these plants. These plants are used in government functions, and I'm guessing they also use it for the park. And the really interesting thing is that it's very nice and cool despite the fact that we are in summers right now. And if you look on top, you will see that there are, I guess, what do you call them? These are creepers. Yeah, so these are sort of something that define Cheluvamba Park. A lot of people identify or associate with Cheluvamba Park because of this place and these creepers. It's a really beautiful place. You should look around. The most beautiful plant in this nursery. Okay, बहुत साल पहले जब मैसूर में कोई नहीं हुआ करता था, तब यहाँ पे एक बूढ़ी माँ sorry, I'm just kidding. So I'm standing in front of what used to be the band place. So apparently the police band earlier used to play Western and Kannada music once a week in this part, and a lot of people used to come and witness and enjoy it. I don't know why that has been discontinued. I don't know if the police band still exists or what. I have absolutely no idea. So your guess is as good as mine. So let me tell you a little bit about the history of the park, right? Now Mysore is a city which boasts 700 parks. For a city of its size, I think it's a sizable number. And the roots of these parks also lie in the last century, in the 20th century, in the beginning. In around 1907, I read an article in a newspaper called City Today, online version of the newspaper called City Today. And the writer had written that in around 1907, they had formed something called the City Improvement Trust Board. Now this board actually planned out the city really well, and all the residential areas were sprinkled, or they had parks scattered in them, and one of them is Cheluvamba Park. Now Cheluvamba Park itself has a very interesting history. Cheluvamba is named after I think the name of the princess was Cheluvajani or something like that. She was the daughter of Nalwadi Krishna Raja Wadiyar, or Chamraja Wadiyar. There are quite a few Wadiyars, so I tend to get confused. And she was one of the 3 daughters, and they made a Cheluvamba mansion, which is next to the park somewhere. I haven't seen it yet. And right next to it, the park was created, and that is why, in the memory of the princess, this park was called Cheluvamba Park or Cheluvamba Park. So that's the story of the name. And not just that, the park, when you walk through the park, it's almost like you're walking through history, because it's been around for a very long time, at least 70 years. I still haven't been able to figure out when exactly it was started, but it's been around for more than 7 decades. For a long part, it's had its phases, because it's a long life, right? So there were phases in his life when it was defunct, when it was not in great shape, but the park has always made a comeback into the psyche of people who live in areas like Yadavgiri, Vontikoppal, Gokulam and Jailakshmipuram. A lot of people are proud of this park. There was some kind of renovation that was happened in the that was done in the 90s. Then again in 2013-14, benches, better trees, upkeep, this entire area, all of these things were renovated in 2013-14. The other interesting thing which you might enjoy listening to is that if you came to this park in the 1950s and 60s, imagine that you were living in Mysore at that time. Chances are that you did not have a radio at home, because those days, radios were pretty expensive by Indian standards. And for that, actually big parks like Cheluvamba Park, there would be something called a radio room. And from the radio room, they would play the radio with speakers, broadcasting the news itself. And a lot of people, families, young people, old people, kids, would gather around the radio room to listen to the news of the day. So that's how people in the 1950s and 60s in Mysore used to get their news. I don't know how you get yours. I'm still listening to the radio, Baba. So these are some interesting stories which are associated with Cheluvamba Park. Apart from that, it's a great place to walk. It has a very long pathway, long walkway. It's spread over 9 acres. You can easily spend an hour here if you just want to look at the trees, want to look at the squirrels, want to look at all the birds that come here and enjoy this place. So that's it from Cheluvamba Park. Now we have to move to Vontikoppal Temple. As much as fitness is important, God is important too, or at least for me, it's spirituality. And after that, we have to go grab a bite and call it a day. Not a day actually, call it a morning. Okay, after the walk in Cheluvamba Park, it is now time to meet the Almighty. And the Almighty close to Cheluvamba Park is Sri Lakshmi Venkata Ramana Swami. So the name of the god is a bit of a tongue twister. So this is a very interesting temple on KRS Road, which is a very important road in Mysore, and it's right on the main road. The temple has been around in this place, from what I understand, since 1937. So very recently they celebrated their 75th anniversary. Even the gods and the temple has a very interesting story. The story is that the idols which are inside this particular temple were in some other place in Mandya district. Mandya district is an adjoining district with Mysore, and there is a place called Tirumala Sagar, which is close to a town called Pandavapura, not very far from here, about 35 kilometers if I am not wrong. And there were idols of the Lord, which is Venkataramana Swami and Padmavati over there. And so there's a gentleman whose name I forget right now. He got a dream that the God wanted his idols to be found and to be shifted to a better place, because earlier in that particular temple, the temple was becoming a bit defunct. There weren't a lot of people visiting it, and that is why it is said that the God came in this person's dream, a Mysuru-based person's dream, and asked him to shift the idols to a better place. So, and that is something that happened around 1937. And since then the idols have been here. It's a very popular temple. It's an important sort of place on the map for Sri Vaishnavite philosophy of Hinduism, which believes in equality for all, love towards humans and non-humans, living and non-living things. So that's the Vaishnavite philosophy. And you can, if you happen to step inside, which I'm going to do in some time, unfortunately we can't do any photography or videography inside, so I can't take you guys inside. But if you do happen to go inside, you will see that the idols are very similar to the idols in Tirupati Balaji, which is Tirupati is in Andhra Pradesh. So that's the interesting part, because this god, Lakshmi Venkataramana Swami, is essentially the same god that you find in Tirupati Balaji. And that's that. I'm going to go inside now and come back and tell you how the experience was. Okay. So that was my quick visit to Lord Lakshmi Venkataramana Swami temple. Like I said, it's a reminiscent of Tirupati, and even the hymns and the prayers are what you will get to hear in Tirupati. Now it is getting a bit hot and I am getting more than tired, a bit famished. Now it is time to go to our next stop, that is to go to have breakfast. Whew. Okay, so after the long walk in Cheluvamba Park and the visit to Lakshmi Narasimha Swami, which is the god from Tirupati Balaji, now it is time for the last stop of the day, and in my opinion the most important stop of the day, which is to have breakfast. Now I am right opposite to a place called TKS Iyengar. There's an interesting story to this restaurant. When we moved to this city, Sarika and I, we didn't really get into an apartment directly. We rented an Airbnb and we stayed in that Airbnb for almost a week while we were looking for a house to stay, a house to rent. And during that time, this place was our savior. We pretty much used to have our lunch, breakfast, lunch and dinner here, and we used to absolutely love it. So yeah, so the best coffee is, according to Sarika and me, served here in Mysore. It's the right kind of bitter, the right kind of touch of sugar, and of course the beautiful color. So we don't know, we would like to find out someday which coffee beans or coffee powder they use. We were addicted to this place or the coffee so much that even after moving to our house, having our own kitchen and everything, we remember in the mornings we used to walk down to this place. It's a good 1.5 kilometers, and especially when you have a busy work day, walking 1.5 and going back 1.5 is sizable amount of time. But we still used to come here and have coffee because we were so addicted. But then once we decided that no, we should not let this addiction go on, and we started having coffee at home. That's that. But today I'm here to have breakfast. Now they make a lot of interesting things like, the normal stuff that you will get in Mysore restaurants. Bisi bele baat, shevi ke baat, idli, dosa. Their set dosa is to die for. Their uttappa, onion uttappa is also pretty interesting, very, very delicious and tasty. I love personally their bisi bele baat the most. But they have other items like appams and akki roti and all that, which is more local, specific to this region. So you could try out anything that you want if you ever come to TKS Iyengar. So Sar, we've had bisi belle baat and we have had kesari baat, set dosa, masale dosa and lots of coffee. So that's it, the first Mysuru morning's video. So we went to Cheluvamba Park and then to the temple in Vontikappal, and we ended with TKS Iyengar. We are going to make a couple more videos to show you how you can start your morning in Mysore. That's it from me. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.